My brothers, I want to talk to you about polarity, the masculine and the feminine, the light and the dark, the lead, the follow. Masculine does, it penetrates. Masculine thrives on meeting challenge. Masculine is internally validated through masterful action. And by the way, guys, I'm talking about energies, not necessarily gender. I'm talking about the energy of the masculine, the energy of the feminine. It just so happens that men typically inhabit masculine and women typically inhabit the feminine. The masculine meets the challenges and demands of life. The masculine, in its purest form, is needless and wantless. It is what fills. It is what penetrates. It is what provides structure. The masculine is said to have the structure of the frame of a painting, whereas the painting itself is the feminine. It's what's inhabiting that structure of the frame. The feminine is done too. The feminine is penetrated, and it thrives on the connection and the flow of love through those external connections. It's externally validated through praise, desire, recognition. The feminine is by nature vulnerable, and it's an empty bucket that wants to be filled. The feminine is also to be said is sensitive, is the flow of love and nurture. And this is why it can be such a powerful teacher for the masculine. The feminine is so sensitive that it tends to raise the consciousness of the masculine. And this is how the women in our lives can help us become the best that we can possibly be, help us achieve our full potentials, because they are feeling into and they are seeing things that we may not see. And that doesn't mean they're always right about what it is they're perceiving. But it does mean that we should probably weigh their perspective very carefully if we want to achieve at the highest level of our potentiality. I think polarity is beautiful. I think the polarity between men and women is beautiful. I think the polarity of men and women is what can help each, the man and the woman, push each other forward and be better. As a woman allows herself to surrender and trust, the masculine has to step in and wants to do the best he can for that trust, hopefully, and to continue to earn that trust. And so because of that, he's going to want to step in more into his masculine and penetrate the world more and provide more leadership and provide more direction because of that trust, and also provide it with more consciousness. What's going on around me? Is this going to be safe for the both of us? Is this going to be a direction that I want to move into with this amazing woman? But is this a direction that she also wants to move into? Having the consciousness, the awareness of that, calling us to a higher place, calling us forward as leaders, as conscious men and caring men. I'd also like to say about masculine, feminine, if you want to see something beautiful, and if you want to see something that completely embodies what I'm saying, look at a man and a woman on a dance floor. Just look up salsa, look up bachata, look up the tango on YouTube, and watch the beauty of the polarity. No words are spoken, even. It's men inviting, men willing to lead, and having a plan of where they want to go, but also leading with consciousness and awareness. Is this going to be the place where I want to lead her? Is she going to want to follow in that particular direction? It's a really beautiful thing to witness. And it's also a beautiful thing for us to step into as men in the world, showing up, having direction. This is where I'd like to take you, my dear. And every move, in this case, a twirl, right? In the dance metaphor, every move, every decision, everything that you come up with, you might want to do with her, for her, everything is an invitation. It's never a force. It's an invitation, but you're providing the direction. Polarity, think about it. It's a really important thing, especially in terms of the relationships that we have with women, especially in romantic relationships, because I don't know, maybe there's one or two or five women in the world that want a man who they or want to possibly become romantic with to show up very passively. But most women find this extremely repulsive. And most women also find it extremely repulsive when we're showing up in our feminine, needing our bucket to be filled by her. And having so much need for that filling, it is something that is extremely repulsive to women. And that is something that we really have to think about and consider how we're showing up in the world, and seeing if we've done this in the past and we haven't had the results that we want with women coming into our lives. This could be it. Perhaps we're too needy. Perhaps we're looking her to fill us. Perhaps we're looking to her to soothe our emotional state. That's not what women want. Women want to have you on a pedestal. They want to be looking up at you. They want to know that this man has his shit together. They want to know that this man has direction in his life. He's going for something. He has a mission that's bigger than her, also bigger than him. That's the kind of man that she can look up to. And when he shows up in his authenticity and with the willingness to lead, and you do that consistently, and she trusts that you are who you say you are, that's when she will tend to willingly want to follow you and look up at you as this amazing man that's in her life. And how did she get so lucky to find that man? Wow. That's polarity.